Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, lately, my stalker, he's been big on wanting the dislike button to be brought back to YouTube, and he keeps tweeting YouTube as if, like, YouTube, the thing is this, and that's how like, the stupidity runs strong in him, is that YouTube is probably getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of tweets. Then on top of that, there's a whole website with the same name where there's millions of videos probably being uploaded every day, from short videos to long videos to, I'm trying to think of what else can get uploaded to. I guess, like, if you want to count the posts, like the channel post things, yeah, there's a lot of different stuff that's being uploaded onto YouTube. So there's a lot that's on YouTube's plate. Do you honestly think they are going to sit down, take the time to look at your tweets about, oh, you need to bring back the dislike button and stuff? I have a plan, and I think the dislike button, nobody cares about your plan. Not one single person care. The funny thing is that he always wants to display, like, I was talking about this in the extra, where he likes to have the headlines, but was it the extra or was it a video? It might have been a video. I think it might have been a video. It might not have been a podcast extra. I can't remember. But anyways, I do remember saying this. I think it might have been talking about, it was either him or Just a Robot and his whole community all together. But they like to display headlines, but they don't want to give you a story. And my thing is this, it's like, I get that, if people are, passionate about whatever it is that they have within them, that they don't want to tell people because they're afraid that somebody might steal their ideas. That's the thing, though. Who's watching you to where they will want to steal your ideas? Based off of the content that you have already posted, there's nothing worth stealing. So that's what I'm like, because I just have a strange feeling that he'll hear this podcast episode and he'll try to run with that and be all like, oh, I don't want nobody like that. The thing is this, he lives off of what other people say. He lives off of what other people do. He can't be an original person. That to me is like, that's just such a weird way of living. But no, there are people out there that live like that. They live off of other people. I mean, look at, you could definitely tell that the following bone in him is very strong. He don't, like, that's the thing. It's not possible for him to be a leader. That ain't even on no stuff where I'm like saying that to motivate him to one day be a leader. No, it's not possible for him to be a leader. Period. Like, that's the end of that, like, there ain't nothing more to say about that. My thing is this, if he wanted to be a leader, the first day he'd start thinking to himself that he needed to, or that he wanted to be a follower, that thought process would have been gone. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's impossible for him, just repeating myself on that again. It's impossible for him to be a leader. But no, let's overall talk on this dislike stuff. So for those that don't know, maybe you might not be paying that much attention to what's going on YouTube, but YouTube a while back had got rid of the, I don't think they got rid of it. I just think that it's not, did they get rid of it? Hold on for a second. Cause I feel like when I click on videos, I still see when they have like the dislike. They're doing some more stuff to Ghost Recon Wildlands, huh? I'm gonna have to check that out and things. But anyways, but no, like, yeah, I'll just click on this video and see what it overall. Oh no, so they do still have it. It's just that it's not it's more so for like a video that you just don't want to get recommended to you anymore. So pretty much, like, I guess to explain in today's terminology how the dislike works now. So the button is still there. It's just that it doesn't have an effect on a person's channel. Now, before, at least during the time when the dislike button was around during my existence on YouTube, people like to misuse the dislike button. They like to, if they had a problem with a content creator, they're like, oh, let's just raid their channel with a bunch of different dislikes and mess up their career. Now, I've been through this. I've dealt with this before, and I guess to explain it to you guys, like, my whole side of things. So this Stalker, Talonmation, allegedly, he came from Just a Robot's fan base. I personally, maybe he did, but yeah, it's one of those things where he doesn't really display that. I feel like that he's more of a stalker and a hater of me than he is a fan of Just a Robot. And I don't even feel like that if you were to ask him what was the last video and he had to tell the truth on it, like, that's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, if there was a way possible to send out one of those guys that do like those lie detector test things and actually have it where he had to answer some questions truthfully, I feel like that, yeah, it maybe if Just a Robot were to do a video about me, that'll probably be the only video that he will watch. But other than that, he probably ain't sitting down watching no Just a Robot videos. Who would? Honestly, sit down and think about it. I feel like that the video, it has to be getting talked about amongst the community in order for you to sit down and watch a Just a Robot video. But other than that, and it's like, yeah, and if he's just uploading a random video in the week, yeah, ain't nobody gonna be watching that, So anyways, but during the time frame of when me and Just a Robot was going at it, that was his whole thing. He had numbers. He wanted to use those numbers against people. He's not somebody that can fight his own battles. He's displayed that on numerous occasions. So anyways, back in 2016 through 2020, late 2016, and then kind of like at the midpoint of 2020, he was actively sending his fans over to my channel to dislike my videos. Anytime when I would upload a video would get rated with dislikes. Got to the point where even my other channels were being involved with the dislike raids and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty bad. It got to the point where I think it really messed up my chances of being high in the algorithm. So that's why if you look up certain videos that I either react to or stuff that I talk on, my videos are a little bit further down the ranks and stuff. And it's messed up. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it happened. I have to deal with it. I have to pretty much more work my way up the algorithm. That I don't mind. I guess, like, when you're a passionate content creator, it's like, I don't care what situation you throw at me, I'm gonna make the best out of it, So, but anyways, so that's the whole reason on why he wants to bring the dislikes back, is because he wants to have some sort of an effect on my channel. But I'm like, okay, if you're blocked, how do you personally think that if you're blocked, you don't have no say so or nothing that you can do to my channel? I guess, like, he can't create a bunch of different accounts. He ain't doing nothing with his life. So yeah, it's like, I guess that he would overall be able to do that. But then that's the thing, though. It's like disliking my videos. But that's the thing. You're going to leave breadcrumbs. People are going to start paying attention. One person in particular is going to be his brother. Then his brother is going to be curious to see what he's doing. See that, oh, he's harassing people online. Now, I remember he had an account called Talon Kitchen. I don't know if his brother got wind of that account and made him disable it, or he just did it because he got caught up with that whole pedophile stuff. Might even have been both. But his brother is going to catch wind of what he's doing on the internet, and that's the thing where it's like, you can think of a million different ways on how you can bring down TMossBoss. It's not going to happen. In this lifetime, the next lifetime, and any other lifetime, you can have kids. You can leave this world and have kids, and your dying wish is to bring down the name TMossBoss. It's still not going to happen. That's the thing that people need to understand about me when it comes down to something that I am passionate about, content creating. I'm passionate about it. I'm not going to let somebody's personal hatred that they have for me to stop me from being me. I care about people and I care about what they think. But if it's something that puts me in a negative spot, I don't care what you think. I don't care about you. I don't care about your existence. Now, I know that that's something that's out of character. That's different for me to say, but it's the truth. I can care less whatever happens to Talonmation. This man can leave this world. I would not lose no sleep over it. It's one of those things where I'm like, if you want to throw your life away on something stupid, childish, you're upset at the fact because I exist on the internet. What sense does that make? Like, seriously though, sit down and think about that. You being a grown man, the thing is this. I know you're not a person that, you got a gang of friends, you go to the club, you got all these women and people you be talking to and all this other stuff. Because I did see where he made some posts he talking about, he's like, I think it's some sort of sexuality or something like that. It's like he asexual, I think that's what it is, where he's not attracted to people. No, people don't want to talk to you. There's a difference. You can't just think, because people be liking to use that, and it's like for people that actually, like that's something that they stand by. That's something that that actually represents them. What represents you is that you don't have nobody to talk to. You don't have no woman that you can go home to at night and talk to all night and all that other stuff. You don't have that. You're not capable of having that. So it's just, I always find it funny when he be trying to get on me talking about, oh, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have. my thing is this. I'm single by choice. But if I did want to get into a relationship, I'm not trying to make it seem like that, oh, I'm a well-spoken man and I can get any woman that I want. But I know for a fact that I have a better chance at getting a woman, marrying her, having kids, having a whole lifestyle planned with her than you would be able to. You, fam, you can't even, my thing is this, all right? If you're a ladies man, you could talk to a woman, record yourself talking to a woman. You ain't even got it. The thing is this, and I said this before. I can't remember what, I think it was with his brother, having a conversation with his brother. You don't even have to record your face. Just record yourself talking to a woman, trying to get her number, get her socials, get whatever and things. You're not capable of doing that because you're scared to talk to women. So there's a difference between me and you. You might want to copy my tweets and want to be me and all that other stuff. I'm actually good at being me. You suck at being me. So the only thing that you can do is copy and paste my tweets. That's it. That's all that you're good for doing, is copying what other people are doing. So it's like and the thing is this, I feel like that's what he would do to go and talk to a woman. He's like, oh, let me look up some pickup lines and stuff like that. Oh, let me watch me some romance movies. You're going to do a weird version of whatever it is that you've seen or read online. So that's why I'm like, no, it might be best for you not to talk to women. I know that you can't do it. So yeah, just leave women alone. Now that it's one of those things I've been known what you're capable of. Don't do that to a woman. Don't be that person where it's like, oh, I gotta stalk a woman and do this and that and all this other extra stuff where it's just being weird. Who knows? Maybe this woman is packing. She realized, oh, this guy is crazy. I gotta pull my weapon out and open fire on him. And maybe then he might realize that it's like, okay, I need to leave people alone. I need to stop. But I'm like, who knows? Maybe by that time it might be too late. And now, funeral arrangements is being planned for him and stuff. But that's something that I've said before too, because I'm like, people like him, there's only two exits out of their life. It's either prison or death. So it's like, and the thing is this, on the numerous occasions where I've told you, change your life, change, how you live in and all this other stuff. Do you think he's made any process on, changing his life and how he's living and how he's acting online? I guarantee and I promise you, if I open up his Twitter account right now, he's either talking about dislikes, he's talking about this quote unquote sexuality that he has, or he's copying and pasting tweets or making tweets about me. You are the most predictable hater that I think that I've ever had, at least with Just a Robot and some other people in his fan base. You didn't know what video. I still to this day don't know what video he was going to upload on me, but I knew that it was going to be a hate video. So Just a Robot, I will say that he is somewhat predictable. You somewhat know of his behavior, but at the same time, you really don't know what he's capable of. You don't know what his next video is going to be about. And then I was kind of talking about that in the extra, how he uploaded a video about me. And I'm like, so I did kind of briefly watch the video, and it was just a clip of another video that was uploaded. So it's like, how are you going to say it's a quote unquote new video about TMossBoss, and it's a video that people have already seen before? That's the thing where I'm like, fam, how are you even gonna do like other TMossBoss haters wrong? Like, you ain't even trying to give them credit. You ain't trying to do the only thing. He's all like, oh, TMossBoss hate video featuring the actual person that did the video. That ain't a feature. That is their video. So it needs to be changed the other way around. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like he's even doing my haters dirty. So that's why I'm like, fam, you can't even make friends properly. There's just so much that I could possibly say about this guy, but like I've said before, what you need to be doing is sitting down and having a conversation with your brother. I don't care for reacting to I'm never going to react to any of your videos because none of your videos are original. I told you on numerous occasions, I think that was one of the first few challenges that I had told you to do, is be an original content creator. Do original videos. Stop having to copy and paste what other people are doing. It's like, and it's now then got to the point where it's like, okay, I can't copy and paste what TMossBoss is doing all the time, so I gotta copy and paste what other people are doing all the time. What sense does that make? Why do you think somebody would want to sit down and watch that? Why would you think anybody want to sit down and be involved with that? So yeah, that's all I'm like, fam. It's one of those things where, there's a lot to say about him, but to talk on these dislikes. Yeah, the reason why YouTube won't bring back these dislikes is because what purpose does it serve on YouTube? What purpose does it serve for a person's video? When you look at a lot of different social media platforms out there, from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook to TikTok, MySpace, I know, is coming back out here soon, but there's a lot of different platforms out there that don't have a dislike button because it serves no purpose to the content. If you are not interested in the content, and if that's the whole reason why you want them to bring back the dislike button is that you don't have to see my content no more, then the thing is this, right? Open up your computer or your tablet or your phone, whatever it is that you have open up, exit out of any tabs where it says TMossBoss and move on with your life. That's the thing that it's so confusing. It's like you want them to bring back the dislike button so my videos won't, I guess, show up on your homepage no more, but yet you still keep coming back and forth to my channel. Does that make any sense? Like, please, somebody besides him, can somebody please make that make sense to me? Why would you want them to bring back, when you have the power to stop coming back and forth to my channel, why do they need to bring back the dislike button? What do you plan on doing with the dislike button? And I kind of already have a feeling what he's going to do. He's just going to go through all my videos and dislike them. You could do that already, but that's the thing though. It's not going to have any effect on my channel. All it's just going to do is affect his channel or affect his account where my videos ain't showing up on his feed anymore. But that's the thing. You're doing it to yourself. That to me, that just don't even make no sense. It's like, oh, I want my hand to stop being on fire. Meanwhile, you still have your hand in the fire. So that's why I'm like, man, you know what you need to do? Delete all your socials, go get you an education, get a little bit smarter, you know, mentally and stuff. And if you want to come back to the internet, you have that God-given choice to do so. But stop being a pedophile, stop harassing people. What else is there? You stop copying and pasting what everybody else is doing. Be your own person. Start fresh. Do something different. But if you can't do that, then it's like, fam, what reason would a person have to clicking on the Talonmation video? None whatsoever. That's the only thing that you're going to be known as a TMossBoss stalker. But as far as anything that you do, anything that you're behind, ain't nobody going to remember that. It'll be like 100 years from now. Nobody's not going to know who Talonmation is. They ain't even going to care to know who Talonmation is. And like I think I can't remember because I did do a couple of takes and I can't remember if I did say that in the extra. But if they were doing a biopic on my life or the drama between myself and just a robot, it's either you're gonna be a combined character, like they gonna mix you in with a bunch of different characters, or they're not gonna mention your part at all because you serve no purpose in my life, just a robot's life, the TMossBoss hate community, nowhere. You serve no purpose nowhere. So that's what I'm saying. Delete your socials and go do something productive with your life. Serve some sort of purpose somewhere in this world. But the internet, it ain't for you at all. This is like the thing is this. This is as far as you're going to make it. Me talking about you in a podcast episode or a video, whatever and stuff. Yeah, podcasting content or video content on any platform and stuff. This is as far as you're going to make it. And eventually, I'm going to get tired of it. I'm going to get bored of it. And I'm going to want to move on with my life. I'm like, man, what reason do I have on continuing talking about this guy? I'm thinking that now. What reason? I don't have no reason to do this podcast episode. I don't have no reason to do videos on him. I don't gain nothing from it. It's just pretty much, I look at it like this. I guess if I did have to truthfully answer that question, I guess it's just practice on, bettering myself as a content creator. But at the same time, I'm like, there's other things that I could be doing with my time as a content creator. So that's why I'm like, yeah, eventually it is going to get to a point where I'm all like, you know what, I'm done. And I don't even think it's something that I have to announce. I'm just going to just quietly do it. Maybe I might even do it after this podcast episode. I'm like, just quietly, I ain't going to do no announcement, none of that. I'm like, all right, you know what? I said what I need to say. I did what I needed to do. Ball is in his hand. If he wants to change and do better with his life, then yeah, you have that choice to do so. But if you want to just continue sitting around being a TMossBoss stalker, you're not going to make it that far. I promise you that. Because the thing is this, though, because I feel that what he's trying to do is that he's like, I just want to lay out the foundation. So for when TMossBoss, when he does blow up and he's all rich and successful, making a name for himself, people are going to know who I am. They're not. I've seen that so many different times with content creators. Like I remember when PewDiePie, he started doing try not to laugh challenges. He started doing reaction videos to try not to laugh challenges. And there were some people in there that was hating on him and stuff. Even KSI, I think there were some people that was hating on him in his early days. Do those people get mentioned today? With KSI now having, hold on for a second, let me bring up his YouTube channel. Okay, so because he has a couple of them, but he has, yeah, his main channel, 18 million subscribers, and I don't think nobody let's even just look up KSI hater. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's like KSI reacting to his biggest hater, No Life Shaq. No Life Shaq, he's already a big content. I think that's just one of those things where it's like he's just joking around and stuff. I don't know. Well, and then on top of that too, it's like he is reacting to that one. I think it was that Thick of It video and stuff. And I don't think nobody nobody liked that song. But anyways, it's a song. It's a song that I didn't particularly care for and stuff. But yeah, it's like when you see, the thing is this. When you see anybody that's taking time out of their day to hate on a successful content creator, a lot of the times people are going to look at you as mentally challenged, but not in a mentally challenged like somebody's holding your hand, walking you to the lunchroom mentally challenged. No, it's like you're choosing to be mentally challenged, and that's the thing. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Like you're just trying to get an easy ride in life, and it's like, fam, you at some point in time you're gonna have to grow up. I feel like I said this before, but I'm like, well, how many times am I going to have to say it in order for it to be embedded in your brain? You know, but yeah, overall though, KSI got 18 million subscribers and ain't nobody talking about, you know, yeah. And it's like, if it is any videos where it's people hating on KSI, there's like one video I seen that was uploaded a year ago, and it's, I think it might be a hate video on KSI, but the video, it's uploaded by a channel that has 13 subscribers and 91 views. So I'm like, yeah, at the end of the day, ain't nobody looking at, no, when there's KSI content that we can be watching, or KSI hater content that we shouldn't be watching, yeah, I think we all gonna be, even the biggest KSI hater of all time, he ain't gonna support other hate content and stuff. No, he's just gonna like, oh, okay, KSI upload a new video, let me think of some creative way of hating on it and stuff. But anyways, let's see. And PewDiePie, he got 110. He don't even be uploading no more, because because now he ain't had a family and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't think he be uploading. Oh no, wait a minute, he uploaded a week ago. Oh, okay, cool. So no, he's still uploading stuff. But anyways, PewDiePie, 110 million subscribers. And let's see what pops up when you look up PewDiePie hater. It's videos uploaded onto his channel, so it's like ain't nobody going out their way to look up a PewDiePie hater and stuff, unless it's like PewDiePie talking about haters. But it's like, fam, whether it's me going through my, you know, I guess like where I'm at with my career right now, or it's me at the most successful part of my career, nobody is going to know who you are. And then on top of that too, because I got to thinking about that, I'm probably going to do some stuff like that again, where I just have like a purge on all the hate content that I've uploaded over the years. Because I'm like, my thing is this, right? If there is a chance to, like, let's just say if somebody was all like, hey, you have a chance of being one of the most successful creators of all time. You just can't talk on hate. You have to delete the hate videos, all that stuff. But it's guaranteed you're going to be one of the most successful creators of all time, fam. You guys will get the Chris Benoit treatment. I will never mention you guys again. So that goes to all haters before, all haters now, all haters in the future. I'm trying to be a better content creator. You guys don't have no place in my life, you know, I guess like overpowering that and stuff. So anyways, yeah, with that being said, you know, I feel like there's still, I'm trying to think what else is there to say about, you know, I feel like I did kind of mention that in the extra. He was all like, he would leave me alone if I reacted or watched his video and stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to watch somebody else's content. And that's the thing. I'm like, you ain't gonna force me to watch your content. I'm like, please, I would love to see you try that. I would love to see you, because it's like the most that you can do is just send me a tweet talking about, I force you to watch my videos and stuff. You better watch my videos or else what? What, like, in the shape that you are in, where you're fat, out of shape, probably have breathing issues and stuff, what power do you have over me? I would love to see that. I feel like me in the most out of shape. I feel like it was maybe some time ago. I was slightly out of shape. I wasn't exercising and working out like how I should have been and stuff. Me at my worst will be able to overpower you 10 times over at your best. So that's the thing where I'm like, fam, physically, mentally, content creating, any competition, sport, whatever it is that you'll try to throw at me, I'm always going to be better than you. I'm always going to be better than just a robot. Anybody in his community, I guess those that left the community and now they're trying to be adults and be, better themselves, them are probably the only people that I have a competition with. It's somebody that used to be just a robot fan and they realize that it's like, hey, there's more to life. Like people that like unlock that side of their brain where it's like, oh, okay, I can be better and do better. I ain't got to limit myself to being just a robot fan. That's the real competition. But people that are like, you're actively wanting to be just a robot fan. Yeah, no, I'm okay on, believing in anything that you guys say. Cause it's like, yeah, it's like stuff that you guys be saying half of the time. You can't even believe it. So, but anyways, with that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Like, subscribe, viewing this on the like and subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. I don't know why I ended that off differently. But anyways, thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode and peace.